Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make this really cute tadpole frog craft. But first, let's talk about what a tadpole is. In this week's newsletter article, we wrote about Taddle Creek, which is a river that used to run underneath the University of Toronto. In fact, you might be standing on top of it right now. In that article, we talked about how some people think that the name Taddle Creek comes from the word tadpole, because the creek used to be home to tons of tadpoles. Now, tadpoles are just baby frogs, so they hatch from frog eggs. But what's really cool about them is that they don't just look like small frogs. They actually look very different from adult frogs, and they go through a lot of changes before they become adults. So tadpoles look like this, and they actually look a little bit more like fish or lizards than like adult frogs. As they get older, first they grow 2 front legs, and then 2 back legs, and finally, as they keep growing, they lose their tail, which will just fall off, making them full-grown adult frogs. So in this craft, we can make a lift the flap tadpole, where with moving the flaps up and down for the legs and the tail, we can show this cute creature at 3 different stages of its life.
For this project, you're going to need 2 pieces of white paper, any kind of tape, something to color with, a pair of scissors. Make sure you have an adult to help you with the scissors. And it's also helpful to have a pencil so that you can draw without worrying about making mistakes. The first step is going to be to draw the body of your tadpole. So I'm drawing a big round shape, which is going to be its head, and then a flatter oval that's going to be its body. The top part is more curved and the bottom part is more flat. I'm making sure to leave lots of room along the bottom, which is where the frog's legs are going to go, and lots of room off to the left side, which is where the tadpole's tail is going to go. Now you can color it in however you want and add whatever details you would like. Here's how I did mine. Now it's time to draw the tadpole's tail. So the tadpole's tail has a middle part that's a darker color of green, and then 2 outer parts on either side that are a lighter color of green. Just like with the frog's body, color it in however you would like. Now that I'm finished coloring in my tail, I'm going to cut it out. So I'm going to cut along the top and the bottom and along the right side, but I'm going to leave a strip attached on the pointy end of the tail because this is where it's going to attach onto our main page. When you're done, it should look like this. Now it's time for our frog's legs. The big, strong back legs start with a teardrop shape like this, and then a short front part of the leg, and then a foot with 3 toes. For my front leg, I'm just drawing a short arm with the same 3 toes on it. Now, color them in. Now I've colored my legs in and I've cut them out. Cutting out the legs is a little bit tricky, so get an adult to help you. You pretty much want to cut all the way around, but make sure that you leave them attached to each other at the bottom, with enough space underneath to fold them up and make a tab. The next step is to put it all together, so let's start with the tail. Hold the tail part up to your main picture and decide where you want it to lie on the frog's body. Then, with the part of the tab that's sticking out past the paper, fold it behind the paper and tape it down. Now on the legs, fold up the tab so that the fold lies right at the bottom of the frog's foot. Finally, using a little bit of tape, attach the tab onto your main picture. As you can see in the video, this means we can now fold the legs up and down. Our frog is now finished, and we can show it at 3 different life stages. First, we can fold the tail down and fold the legs up, and we have our young tadpole. Then we can fold our legs down as well and have an older tadpole. And if we fold the tail up and leave just the legs down, we have our adult frog. The last thing I did was add myself a title. I put a tadpole from Taddle Creek, and my artwork is finished.
I hope you liked making this tadpole craft with us, and I hope you learned something about tadpoles. If you'd like to read more about Taddle Creek, you can check out our newsletter this week, and we will see you in another video. Bye!